Hi, and welcome to your yoga session. Stretching for all levels. So, looking at the whole body, but today's sequence specifically will benefit runners. So, those of you who are running road, running trail, running treadmill, you will please need a strap for today for this practice. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a scarf, just kind of work the base as substitutions. Exercise bands you can use, but it's not always great because they've still got like quite a lot of give. And you want to have something that's quite stable, quite firm, that's really going to be supportive. So those of you on catch up, please leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. Let me know how the session went. And remember to log your thoughts. To everyone here live, good morning. I really plan on getting up earlier this morning. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going to start getting into this new routine of waking up a little earlier. I mean, not that this is not early. This is still early. We're up at we're really going by 6:30, But compared to the rest of the half of the community, I don't know if you guys remember, I used to be up at 5 every single day, left the farm at 5:30, and then I'd be ready to teach. And it was such a nice routine for me, especially now in the mornings. This is the sun coming up, and it's so beautiful. So and then I snoozed, and then the bed was just so comfy. It's terrible, guys. It's terrible. But also, I'm just so grateful that I have safety and comfort in my bed. It's a tough one. Good morning, Ivor. Gav, good morning, guys. If you missed Gavin and our chat yesterday, please go check it out. We were chatting about the COVID course that we've done and about Gavin's incredible story. Gav, thank you so much for your time again, your positive energy. It was so nice to meet you. And I hope we get to see each other again in person. Catherine, good morning. Such a pleasure. Catherine, I thought you said you were going to do this on catch up. Or are you doing this live? That's nice. Pat, good morning. Guys, that reminder, we have yoga on Saturday, live and in person. So if you're in the area, check out the event. It's on the yoga meditation group. I did a post in both the Jeff Together and Jeff Life groups yesterday. Follow the link, book your spot in the event, and I will see you live on the prom for some yoga. We will also have the Lion Alliance there, who will be ready and setting up for their Goldfish workout party, which is just going to be such a vibe. If you've ever done one of these before, you will know it is a jewel. It is really a jewel. It's so much fun. It's I remember the last one. Actually, the workout was quite intense. If I remember correctly, I think the workout was quite hectic. So I have no doubts it's going to be a biggie with Siri and them. But it'll be a great one, for sure. Gav, so great to chat to you. Catherine, last night I was out to early dinner, so live this morning. Yay! I love it. I love it. Guys, I think you all should be making the commitment to yoga once a week for this live session. There are only 10 live yoga sessions a month. And if you do all of them, how amazing. You've actually done a yoga session every day for a third of the month. That's incredible. And that's, oh my word. Same. So I don't breathe when I talk. That when you start leaving voice notes, you start yawning. moment I start sending a voice note, I start yawning. It is so bad. I have to restart my voice notes half the time because I like yawn the first 2 minutes of the voice note. Sandra, good morning and welcome. Visal, hi lovely. Enjoy your catch up tomorrow on your rest day. Shoo. On the 23rd of February 2022, which means we are sorry, maths. No, 50. We are 54 days. Goodness gracious. Feel like we all had a lot of growth in these 54 days. So maybe you didn't have happiest of the last 2 months. Maybe you had a lot of joy, but I think that all in all, a lot of us have put a lot of effort in to moving forward and to getting things done and to sticking to commitments and to making fundamental changes in our lives, in our behaviors, in our routines, in our mindset that is going to take our lives in a more positive direction. I was having this conversation, what was it for? I have so many conversations everywhere. But I was having this conversation about chasing happiness. So only doing things that bring you joy. All right? Life can't work that way. Remember that happiness, joy, all of those are emotions that we feel, right? And emotions are temporary. So if we're constantly moving from one thing to the next thing to find joy, there's nothing wrong with seeking joy, but you will constantly be searching. You will never just be able to be. And so instead of chasing things that bring you joy, start to move in the direction and doing things that are purposeful, doing things that are meaningful to you. Remember that even if something is meaningful to you, doesn't mean that it's going to be like the most exciting, most joyful thing, but it's going to be deeply fulfilling because it's meaningful. So thinking about that when you are doing things that are like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. It's like, no, I'm not like jumping over the moon to do it. Just because you're not feeling that like surge of like joy and whatever doesn't necessarily mean it's not the right thing for you. So that's when we start to have a much deeper connection to our own authenticity, and also we start to expand our mindfulness. So instead of kind of looking here, we open our eyes, we open our mind, and we start to see the bigger pictures of the whys. And our whys are more important, not more important, but our minds, our whys leads to our hows. The why we are doing something, we can then see how we want to do it. And then we just need to stick to it. Paolo, good morning. Henda, good morning. Thank you. There's still so much I'm going to do to the space, guys. Watch the space. You will have such a laugh if you see what it looks like. You can't see on the camera. It is boxes and yoga blocks and yoga props and yoga mats and cushions, everything just like really terrible. If I could move the camera now, I would show you, but I can't move the camera unfortunately, because then it will destabilize it. But maybe I'll take a photo and send it to you guys on the yoga meditation group, just so that you can see. This is like, it needs to be clear space so that you guys can see me clearly. but the rest of the room is pretty manic. The garage is a disaster. I'm just so grateful that I'm taking my time to unpack everything and to slowly get all the spaces ready. But what I did, so I don't know, those of you who follow me on Instagram, I did a little video. Oh, it's looking very glitchy now. Or is it just me? Let me see. Is it looking glitchy? I hope not. Let me check. Henny, is everything fine? Follow me on Instagram, you'll see I was going to go for a swim yesterday. I did not make the swim. I was there, but there was no one there, and there were only like 2 guys, and like, shame, like maybe they're completely nice dudes, but it was like only these 2 guys there, and then me, and I was just like, nope, nope, not gonna work for me. So hopefully I'll be going today. I'm waiting to hear from a friend who wants to go for a swim to join me. So hopefully that works out. Let me just check here. I hope we're all good. Seems like it might have stabilized. Megan, good morning. Oh, Henda, not glitchy at all. Then it might just be my other phone that is glitchy. So that's good to know. We have about 3 minutes to go before we get started. Guys, lots happening. And I want to know how you guys are all feeling about March. We've spoken a lot about Feb. You guys have been amazing this month. Super proud of everyone. I've been on quite a lot of accountability groups, just there to kind of encourage and motivate and answer questions and those kinds of things. But I want to know from you guys, how do you feel about March? Who has something exciting planned for March? Who is excited to maybe join a challenge for the first time in March? Who has races coming up in March? How do you guys feel about March? We are heading into, say it out loud, we're heading into autumn. Guys, I'm not ready. 100% not ready for autumn. But, let's see here. Good morning, Lorraine. Pat turning 60 in March. Pat, not turning 60, lies. Lies. No ways. Pat, that is a big celebration. Who else has something coming up exciting in March? What do I have coming up in March? Got a friend's wedding in March. That's not really my thing. I think just like after being sick this month, I'm going to join one of the new challenges in March for sure. And so I think for me in March, it would be just getting through those 3 weeks, like really sticking to them. And that would be my exciting thing about March. Pat, I cannot believe that. You are such an inspiration. That is absolutely phenomenal that you are turning 60. Pat, if I can be anything like you at 60, I will be happy with life. That is amazing. Anyone else have anything exciting that they're doing in March? Maybe you're excited about the challenges or the new courses that are coming up. Maybe you're starting a one-on-one. Let us know. We want to hear. I've got about a minute to go before we get started. Henda, 6-day Amatola trail with my sister. 6-day trail. Please tell me that is walking / running. Or are you running? Shari, I'm glad you could make it. Sliding in here just before 7. I'm glad you are here. We are having a chat to just find out what we're excited about in March. Pat, I have my daughter's farewell in March. She's leaving to Australia. Oh, Pat, that's a big one. I hope she is staying to celebrate your birthday with you. Everyone, it has just gone 7 o'clock. You need your strap, remember? Or a belt or a scarf can work as well. You're going to bring yourself to sit on your mats, cross-legged. So remember, if you sit cross-legged, sorry, just get this sorted quickly. If you cannot sit cross-legged, you're going to sit in a butterfly pose. Okay, but otherwise, crossing the legs, the thighs, take a nice loop of the shoulders, sit all the way up tall, level off the head, and then close the eyes. And take a couple deep breaths here. And just arrive at your practice, arrive at yourself. Our intention for this practice is to create more space in the body. So to open the areas that are stiff, that are stuck. Remembering that we don't want pain throughout our practice, but we do welcome discomfort. And when we meet discomfort in the poses, we meet it with breath and a soft mind and a gentle heart and no judgment. When you're ready, you can open your eyes or change the cross of the legs. Moving through just a few neck rolls, lower chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Take the head all the way back. And just move through 3 like this. Move slowly and mindfully. Chin to chest, and you'll pause and then change direction. And you finish those 3 rounds, bring the head all the way up. All right, we'll bring our feet in front, soles of the feet together for our butterfly pose. Then from here, we're going into that little 19-19 movement, or that little stretch rather. You're going to keep your right leg in an external rotation, so keep the right leg in your half butterfly. But you're going to take your left foot behind you. So you're now in an internal rotation in this left thigh. You've got your left ankle flexed in line with your left knee in a 90 degree. And your left knee is in line with your right heel. Your right heel is flexed, or ankle is flexed in line with your right knee. That is also at a 90 degree. You're then going to twist over to your right. So don't worry if you can't go super far. Stay up on your fingertips, everyone, for now. Twist to your right. Then what I want you to focus on is squeezing your left buttock. So squeeze into that left buttock and see if you can really come down onto this right thigh. Lift the lower belly, see if you can twist a little further. Stay here if that's enough for you. Some of you might come down onto your hands. Some of you might slide down onto the elbows. Let's all relax the head down. So curl the chin in. You're going to take 3 breaths. Squeeze that left buttock, last exhale. And then press into the hands, bring yourself up. Bring left leg in. We'll do that to the second side. So right foot back. You got both knees in 90 degrees. Right ankle, right knee in line with left ankle, left heel. You're going to start to twist to the left. All right, then from here, staying up on those fingertips. And again, we're going to squeeze this right buttock forward. So we're increasing the opening in the front of the right thigh, right flexor. Stay up, or if you went down, you'll move down onto your forearms. Curl the chin in and release down. 3 full breaths. This is also really nice for stimulating the digestive system. So if you hear a lot of movement in the belly, that's really good. You just kind of manually massaging and stimulating the intestines to start moving. Any trapped air or gas, we're just going to give a little squeeze, and hopefully you get your bowels moving after the practice. So that first thing in the morning, you kind of get rid of everything from yesterday. Then slowly come up, and then you'll bring yourself back into your butterfly pose. Hands to reach around the feet or the ankles or the shins. I want you to pull yourself up tall first, so lift your chest. Start to bend your elbows as you take a straight spine forward. Then maybe the hands move a little forward. You could either keep the elbows in as you simply curl the chin in, release the head down. Or you're taking the elbows up and over, elbows maybe to the mat, forehead to the feet. Again, we'll just work with 3 breaths holding in the poses. Come all the way up. Bring the outer thighs or inner thighs together. And then if you're not facing the short edge of your mat, you'll move yourself to face the short edge of your mat. Spread through your palms, press your fingerprints into the ground, press the tops of the feet into the ground. 5 rounds cat cow. So inhale into your cow and exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Nice. 3 more just like that. Keep going. Nice. And you'll come into a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Find a downward facing dog. Your knees can stay quite bent in this first round as you press into your arms, lengthen them. Roll your outer shoulders down. Give a little squeeze in of the rib cage. Head is relaxed down. Keep that little bend in the knees for now. And then keep your right knee bent. Start to extend left heel down to the floor. So here you can also, I like to focus on really pressing into my diagonal line. So right hand presses down, left heel presses down. And there's still weight in that left hand, but there's a little more pushing down of that right hand. That really helps me to get more of an opening in that left leg. Bend left knee, straighten right leg. Get into that right calf muscle. Line. Firm through the front of the right leg, kneecap drawing up. All right, bend both knees. Walk your hands back to your feet. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. Your feet are still hip distance. Reach for your elbows, curl your chin in, and just allow the whole spine to drop down. You can take a little sway, right and left. Everything hang and be nice and soft. All right, some of you might straighten your legs a little more. But if you are super high away from the ground when your legs are straight, I rather want you to bend the knees, tilt the pelvis forward, and then lengthen down so that we really encourage the lower back to have the space here. The hamstrings will stretch out as well. Make sure you're feeling them. We prioritize the spine. Right, spinal roll, release the arms, bend the knees, press into the floor and start to roll yourself all the way up to stand and loop the shoulders. Reach both arms up, inhale. Take a side stretch to your left, exhale, left arm down, right arm over. Center, inhale. Side stretch right, exhale. And inhale, center. Slowly fold yourself all the way down, release the head. And then you're going to have to bend your knees as much as you need to place your hands on the floor to walk yourself forward into a downward facing dog. And bring your big toes a little closer to one another. We're going to raise the right leg up and back behind you. Keeping the hip line level, see if you can keep that right hip in line with the left. Pull your right heel to your bum. For a moment, let's just open the hip right knee up to the ceiling. And then level up the hip line again. You're going to step your right foot through. So remember, you can either take it through in one go or take it halfway, reach for that foot and bring yourself through. Okay, we're going to move into that little runner's lunge. So right foot out to the side. Your right toes are in line with your right knee. And you're bringing your hands to the inside of your right leg. Some of you might want to be up on your yoga blocks here. If that's enough for you, you're focusing on just holding this pose. I want you to feel for drawing the pubic bone to the navel, increasing the opening the front of this left leg. This left buttocks is quite active. To go a little deeper, some of you might take that left knee slightly further back. You could even untuck the toes of that left foot. If you want to go even deeper, you're going to come down onto your elbows, release the head down. Then we're actually going to take about 5 breaths here. So stay with me. Slow down the breath. Relax your facial expression. Soften. All right, well done. Pressing into the hands. I'm going to step back into our downward dog. So you can kind of take a nice lift and a step back. Or if you need to slide that right foot back, readjust, find your downward dog. Your legs might start opening a little more and a little more and a little more as we move through the poses. Left leg to float up and back behind you. Hip line stays level. Lower belly lifts. Strong, straight top leg. And then we'll open the hip a little, so curl left heel to buttock. Open left knee up to the ceiling. Such a nice opening this in the front side of the body. Hip line level. Look forward. Step that foot through. Lower right knee down. Setting up for your runner's lunge. Left foot to the side, toes turning out. Hands to the inside if you want. You're untucking your toes. If you're on your blocks, you're on your blocks. If you're moving down, and it's 5 full breaths. Stay with it. Make sure you do 5 long, slow breaths. When you're done, You'll bring yourself back onto all fours. You can either slide that left foot back or raise right knee, step left foot back, come into your downward dog. Okay, we're going to just simply step this right foot through and lower left knee down. So remember, if your knees are really sensitive in lunge poses, flip your mat, double to protect that knee, or place something underneath your mat. You can place another mat under your mat. You could rather have your mat on a carpet, just so that you're not kind of hurting the knees throughout the practice. Okay, so we're going to take a twist, take your left hand out to the side and open the right side of the chest by lifting that right arm all the way up. You're going to start to take that right hand back behind you, lowering it down, and then coming onto kind of the front of the left knee. Activate your hamstring, squeeze that left heel up to your buttock if you can, and reach for that foot. If you can't reach for that left foot, you could keep the foot down and just open up into this lunge. Squeeze the left buttocks, draw pubic bone to navel. 5 full breaths here. Again, make sure you're not clenching the jaw or frowning. Soften your face, maybe even put a little smile on your face. Even if the pose is intense, can you soften your energy? Allow any emotion that comes up to just flow through you, knowing that emotions are always temporary. All right, well done. Lower that foot down. Okay, we're going to kind of rearrange into a lunge shape. Raise your left knee when you come into our pigeon pose. So you could be right up on your fingertips. Take a nice lift here. Slide this right foot back and then bring right knee behind right wrist. Right ankle over to the side. And then you're lowering that left knee. Okay, so if you've got a big gap between your right buttock and the floor, place a cushion underneath it. Back toes can untuck and have a look at that foot. Make sure the ankle's not buckling. You've got a nice straight line. Okay, and you're bringing the chest up first, right up onto your fingertips. Sit nice and deep into the hips here. If you need to stay up, you can stay up. Those of you who want to move a little forward, you just creep your hands forward to as far as you can go. You might be on your elbows. Some of you might bring the head all the way down. We're going to hold here for 8 breaths. Take your time, slowly finish those 8 breaths. We'll come all the way up. Tucking the back toes under, raise the left knee. Slide this right knee back. Lower left knee down. And just take a nice little round of cat-cow. Back into your neutral spine. Tuck the toes, find your downward dog. Left foot forward between the hands. Lower right knee down. We'll do that to the second side. So remember, runner's lunge. You're walking that left foot to the left side of your mat. And then you'll see that this Left sit bone curls in. Left knee is now moving diagonally out, and so the foot follows that line. You're on your hands, you perhaps on your blocks. You can untuck your back toes if you like, maybe sending that right knee a little further back. Just see how you go, remembering again, we do not want pain in our practice. Okay, if you went down on your forearms, you can go down now, but everyone curl the chin in, relax any tension around the shoulders and the neck, and it's 5 full breaths. So press into our hands. Bring yourself up. It's that little twist. So it's right hand out to the side. Left side of the chest opens. And then again, that hand is going to move round and down. You'll squeeze through that right hamstring to bring the heel all the way up. Reach for that foot. Breathe nice and deep. Draw the lower belly in. Feel how that kind of increases the opening in the front of that right hip thigh area. 5 full breaths. Stay with me. Soften the face. Well done. Releasing that foot back down. We're bringing ourselves back through to center. Raising your right knee up. It's our pigeon pose. Sliding that left foot back and then bringing left knee behind left wrist. Left foot over to the side. And you're coming into your pigeon pose. So if you've got a really big gap between your buttocks and the floor again, place a cushion underneath it. Okay, so at first, we're just going to stay up on the fingertips, have a look at that alignment of that back leg. Your right hip is rolling forward, so you're not leaning to the left or the right. Stay all the way up on your fingertips if that's enough for you. Or you can start to take the hands forward, pull the chin in, maybe your elbows lower, maybe the arms move forward. 8 full breaths here. Stay with your breaths, count them in and out, lengthen them. And then relax a little more and more through the body, surrendering to the pose, letting the emotions move through you. And if the mind starts to become busy, if you're at your to-do list or wondering about yesterday or tomorrow, attention back into the presence of this practice and bring your attention to your breath. Alright, so when you finished your 8 breaths, you're going to press up. Then you're going to roll onto that left buttock. Move to slide your right leg all the way around in front of you. Extend both legs out in front of you. And we're going to reach for our strap. You're going to strap the balls of the feet. Sit nice and tall. So if you feel like Your legs are straight, but you're quite far away. And like you're kind of like leaning backwards and the spine is rounded. Okay, remember we prioritize spine. So rather take a bend in the knees. Pull the elbows so you can see how nice and straight my spine is. Pelvis is upright. And then from here, you could start to walk your hands forward on your strap, curl your chin in. So this is the work now in this pose. The spine stays long. From here, you slowly start to maybe straighten out the legs. But that takes time, especially if you're not doing a lot of stretching, or if you are stretching, but you're still doing all the things that make your body tight, which is completely fine. Those of you who are running a lot, those of you who are training a lot, your bodies are going to be tight. But we do want to have that maintenance of that tightness, slowly releasing a little bit each day. So we'll take a couple more breaths there. If there are a few of you who can touch the feet, you can hold the feet, curl the chin and release down. Relax to the back of the neck. And then let's come up. You can kind of take your strap off for a moment. We'll bend left knee, place the left foot to the inner right thigh, strap around that right foot, take a lift, and you'll draw yourself forward. And then come all the way up. Left knee up, extend that leg forward, bend right knee, take the knee out to the side, strap left foot, and it's your little lift and your forward fold. And so what I encourage you to do, if you're only kind of making it to a couple yoga classes a week, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, is that find 2 or 3 movements or postures that really feel good and help you release the body, and you make sure to just do those every day. Remembering something is better than nothing. All right, well done. Bring yourself up. You can bring right knee up, keep it up, place the strap to the side. We're going to move into a little twist. So left elbow can hook to the front of the right knee as you bring your right fingertips behind you. Look to the right. And then look forward, unravel. Right foot forward, switch, left knee bends. Left hand behind you, right elbow to hook. Look all the way to your left. Nice, and then look back forward, unravel. You're going to cross the legs. So again, as we started our practice, bring the arms all the way up, bring the hands behind you. See if you can interlace your fingers. Just take a last little opening of the upper back. Squeeze shoulder blades together, hands move away from the lower back. And then release. Bring hands to the thighs. Sit tall, relax. Close your eyes. Deepen the breath. Feel into the quality of your energy now. The quality of your thoughts. The quality of your breath. The quality of your awareness. Calm and focused. yet alert and aware, connected to your own internal source of energy, connected to yourself. And then you move from this space into the rest of your day. When you move off your mat, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Well done for making it to your mat. Remember that this is something that you can come back to over and over again throughout your day. If you find yourself in a situation where you're feeling frazzled, where you're feeling stressed, where you feel like you want to break something, bring yourself back to your breath. Literally sit yourself down on the floor. Take 5 to 10 breaths. Recenter yourself. Not for anyone else except for you. Well done. Please, if you're doing this on catch up, remember to log your dot and to leave a comment. To everyone here live this morning, well done for getting up. Thank you for joining. I really enjoyed that one. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I'm really looking forward to Saturday. I will be live in person. Live in person on Saturday at the Promenade in Cape Town. So I hope to see some of you there. Busi, such a pleasure, lovely. Cara, such a pleasure. Ivor, Lorraine, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Sharon, such a pleasure, lovely, always. Renata, glutes on fire today, so that's exactly what I needed. Yeah, those glute stretches. Woo. Alrita, groot plesier. Sita Bile, such a pleasure, lovely. Paula, always great to have you here. Esmery, pigeon pose. Oh, I know, isn't it amazing? Pigeon pose is like the best. Guys, I'm really looking forward to Saturday. I hope to be seeing some of you there, live and in person. Please let me know if you're going to be there. It's going to be amazing. And then you can stay for the workouts afterwards with the Lion Alliance, Louis and Nicole. But everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Closing off February with hearts full of gratitude. Looking forward to March. So much to look forward to. New month, new opportunities. And we can let a lot of things go and move on to the new things. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and I will chat to you soon. Bye.